The title of my talk is Seeing Leadership Through Different Lenses. If you had asked me a year ago, my idea of a leader was a strong, powerful person with a wide range of expertise. That definition has changed drastically over the past few months. My trip to Memphis last semester broke the small bubble I was living in and opened my eyes to problems like social injustice and homelessness. I listened to inspiring stories and engaged in experiences that I will cherish for the rest of my life. One such experience was rallying on the streets of Memphis for tenant rights. I understood the importance of activism and organization. The support the community gave us filled me with joy and excitement. We got another opportunity to visit a worker-owned cooperative run by homeless members of the community. They provided living wage jobs to its members. And one thing I realized was they centered the leadership around the workers and not just at one position. The National Black African American History Museum in Memphis is a must watch. You should definitely check it out. With over thousands of exhibits from different parts of the world, it is one of the best experiences you can have. When I held those 200-year-old rusty cuffs in my hands that were used to control slaves, I felt like time traveling to that period. I was moved by the rich history of Memphis, especially the National Civil Rights Museum built around the motel where Dr. Martin Luther King was shot. The museum is a symbol and tribute to all those fighting to end racial injustice. I like to learn about forgotten geniuses, and one such genius is Margaret Hamilton. Her contribution to the first moon landing mission is vastly underrated. Here she stands next to the 11,000-page code that she wrote along with her team at a time when computer science courses did not exist. She's the revolution, and she's the one behind all the computer science courses that you see right now. The values that I hold and my personality is shaped by the rich culture and history of my country, India. When I was 8 years old, I was inspired and fascinated by the Chipko movement. It started out as a confrontation by a group of 27 women against the loggers in that community. They were able to save their livelihoods. Little did they know that this confrontation would turn into a nationwide campaign. This was a watershed moment that sparked off many future environmental campaigns in the country and globally. This was a fine example of non-positional leadership. Another key moment was the Salt March, spearheaded by Mahatma Gandhi. It was a 400-kilometer, 24-day walk that was a response to the oppressive salt laws imposed by the British. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was a key member in shaping the Indian Constitution. Emerging from a lower caste community, he was a leading proponent of women's rights and keen on dismantling the caste system, similar to the segregation that was in the United States. Kailash Satyarthi received the Nobel Prize in the year 2013, along with Malala Yousafzai, for his work, for his fight to end child slavery and exploitation. He saved over 85,000 children from 140 countries from exploitation. I decided to get involved with Vyaas, which stands for United Students Against Sweatshops, after my trip to Memphis. It is a student-run labor organization that supports campus workers and international garment workers. How would you feel knowing that this building could collapse any moment? Almost 1,100 garment workers lost their lives on the 24th of April, 3 years back, in the Rana Plaza building collapse. When the workers entered the building that day, they had to decide between risking their lives and losing their jobs, and they picked the former. I felt powerless and guilty listening to such stories. Another strong, brave woman that I was inspired by was Noi Supulai. She was in Memphis last semester sharing her experiences working for a factory that produced Nike apparel, the ones that you buy in UBS and Follett's. She was being denied, she was made to work overtime, denied her overtime pay, and she couldn't support her family for 2 months. I decided to invest more time, and I applied to be a national representative for the USAS committee. So I fortunately got selected, and a few months back, I was in DC, and we successfully passed a resolution that would prevent big corporations like Nike and Adidas to avoid accountability. As a team, we felt a renewed sense of energy. Almost every single technological gadget or smartphones, anything that you use can be traced back to this group of 29 scientists. Just like the connection that you see here, we are all connected by that network of inescapable mutuality. If you're a big fan of the animal world like me, you may know that the geese take turns being in front. Each and every bird plays an important role, and leadership is just like that formation. Leadership is not about being in front. It is not about being in power or being in having a title. It is about being selfless, having a selfless heart, and being willing to reach out and lend a helping hand. Where do you feel powerless? Where do you want to make a change? Thank you.